Hi guys, it's 6:28, and if you're just getting on here, we'll get started in 2 minutes.
No one on yet. You start talking real fast. No one's on for the first 5-10 seconds. Why does it look dark all of a sudden?
I don't know. Hi, buddy.
Looks dark. All right. I wonder if I can get on there and see what it looks like. Make sure she's not having any of the problems on.
Is my... Can you see? Yeah.
Yeah, you're now live.
If you're just getting on here,
You're live. Looks good. Yeah, you're now live.
All right. All right, buddy.
Oh, that was me. You got a minute.
I think
You can talk.
Leo is, he's ready.
You ready for
All right, buddy.
Your belly rub for Pilates class?
All right, buddy. It's time for you to go. Oh, I know. All right, say bye to the nice people.
No, the IT guy's gonna get bit.
All righty. Hi, guys. We're going to get started here in a minute. If you're just tuning in, tonight we are going to use some hand weights. So if you have regular hand weights, 1 or 2 or 3 pounds, or toning balls, even grab 2 cans from the pantry. All of those things will work just fine, along with any other props or tools that you might possibly want. Before we get started tonight, I do want to make a quick announcement. So I am continuing Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. With Pilates mat classes. Starting this Thursday, I am going to be moving the live class over to the JCC fitness page that has been started, and a schedule has been set up for regular live classes. So this is going to be a Tuesday, Thursday class on that page. It is an open page, regardless if you are a member of the JCC or not. So after tonight, I will be pushing out that invite to go ahead and like that page. You'll still be able to find the live class there. I will also be continuing to be putting the recordings of all my classes on my personal page as well. So no worries if you do not belong to the J. You are welcome to that page and welcome to continue taking the live class. So I will go ahead and let's get started. So if you've gotten accustomed to sitting up or propping yourself up, go ahead and grab your blanket or whatever you're using. And let's sit up nice and tall and stretch out our spines. I'm going to scoot my mat back a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. All right, so stretch out, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening the spine through the tail, all the way up through the top of the head. Let's roll the shoulders up to the ears, back and down into those pockets, and we'll start with some mindful breathing. Inhale to nod the chin, and exhale to round the upper body. And allow for the back of the neck to lengthen out. Relax that neck. If you're like me and you've been holed up all day or working on a computer, this should feel really, really nice. Just relax, releasing that neck right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose and expand the rib cage. And exhale to let that air out. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, let the air out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And with each breath, just relax the neck and shoulders more and more. And deep breath in. Exhale, let the air out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And on your next breath in, pull in the lower deep abdominals. Feel them lift. Exhale to slowly start lengthening and stacking up the spine through the lower back, the middle, the upper, the neck, and the head. And feel that spine lengthen and stretch out back to neutral once again. I hope that felt really good. After a long day working at the computer, that nice stretch through the neck and shoulders does feel great. Go ahead and take your blanket and push it off to the side. And before you get too comfortable, whatever you're using for your hand weights, just have them within reach. Separate the feet out to hip distance apart and roll on down onto your back. And let's bring our arms down by your side. And before we start rocking back and forth into imprint release, just nod your head back and forth from the left to the right. And this is just to remind ourselves to release the tension out of our neck and to relax the neck. And let's go ahead and settle in the middle. Take a deep breath in and exhale, relax the rib cage. Relax the front of your neck. Feel the tailbone heavy to the mat and feel the natural curve in the lower back. Feel the back of your rib cage and your spine connected to the mat and feel that natural curve in your neck. As we rock back and forth into imprint release, keep the glutes relaxed and allow for the deep abdominals to connect as you imprint. Deep breath in and exhale, imprint. Rocking back into that pelvic tilt, feeling those deep abdominals connecting, and then exhale and release it back to neutral. And breathe in and breathe out, imprint. Deep breath in and exhale back to neutral. And breathe in, exhale, imprint. Inhale, stay. Exhale back to neutral. And inhale, exhale, imprint. Inhale, stay, and exhale back to neutral. Let's stay in neutral on our mat. Place our hands at our hips and let those elbows drop down to the mat. Feel the lower belly engaging to help stabilize the pelvis as we move into hip release. Anchoring our right foot and leg to the mat, that's nice and stable and solid as we move this left leg freely in the hip socket. Inhale to lower the left leg to the outside and stretch it out long, and rotate in and drag the foot up. And lower to the outside and stretch it long, and rotate in and back up. And lower to the outside and stretch it long and rotate in and back up and place that foot to the mat and reverse directions. Inhale in and stretch it long and rotate out and back up. Inhale in and stretch long and rotate out. Just getting that leg moving freely in the hip socket, and in and stretch it long and rotate out and back up and place that left foot to the mat. Let's stabilize that left side and work with the right side. Take an inhale to lower to the outside and stretch it long and rotate in and back up. And lower to the outside and stretch it long and rotate in and back up. And to the outside and stretch it long and rotate in and back up and place that foot to the mat. Reversing, inhale in, stretch it long and rotate out and back up. And in, stretch it long and rotate out and back up. And last one, and in, stretch long and rotate out and back up. All right, let's plant both feet hip distance apart and parallel to one another once again. And bring the arms down by your side with the palms facing up. And stretch out your fingers, lengthen out your forearms, get a nice stretch, and plant the back of your hands onto the mat as we do some hip rolls to further warm up the hips and the spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, imprint, and slowly peel the spine off the mat, coming up to the shoulders and hold. Inhale. Exhale, roll all the way back down through the upper, the middle, the lower, and return to neutral. And inhale and breathe out. Inhale to stay, and exhale, roll all the way down, one bone at a time, through the upper back, the middle, the lower, and back to neutral. And again, breathe in and exhale. Inhale to stay, and exhale, roll all the way back down, one bone at a time, through the upper spine, the middle, the lower, and back to neutral. And let's do one more. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale at the top and hold, and exhale. Place that spine back down, one vertebrae at a time. articulating through the spine, getting nice movement through the spine, and let's come back to neutral. Let's bring our feet and legs together. Continue to keep those palms facing up and continue to keep those fingers stretched out. Inhale, exhale, and print. And bring one leg to tabletop and that other leg greets it. Hips and knees are both at a 90 degree. Holding that nice tabletop, maintaining that imprint, keeping that connection through the abdominals. We're going to do a little bend and stretch. Inhale to stay, and exhale, stretch, and return. And exhale, stretch, and return. Exhale, stretch, and return, and stretch, and return. Now this time you're going to stretch to the ceiling. Stretch to the ceiling, and from the ankles, let's flex and point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and let's bend those knees to tabletop once again. Now let's separate the knees so that your heels are glued together, and your heels are apart. You're in that Pilates V. You're actively squeezing those heels together to engage your inner thighs. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, stretch and point, and bend and flex, and stretch and point, and bend and flex. Exhale, stretch and point, and bend and flex, and stretch and point, and bend and flex. And one more, exhale, stretch and point, and bend and flex. Now let's bring those legs back together into parallel in tabletop position. And now let's bring our arms out to brings our arms out to the side in a T position with the palms facing up. Again, fingers are stretched out, back of hands, arms and shoulders are connected to the mat for some spinal rotation. Inhale to stay. Exhale, lower your knees to the right and keep your left shoulder connected to the mat. Inhale at the bottom, and exhale, you fire those left obliques and draw those knees up to the top. Inhale, exhale, and lower to the left. Right shoulder stays connected to the mat. Inhale, stay. Exhale, engage those right obliques and draw the knees up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, and lower right. Inhale to stay, and exhale, draw those knees up to the top. Inhale, and exhale, lower to the left. Inhale, stay. Exhale, draw those knees up to the top. And one more each direction. Inhale, and exhale, lower to the right. Inhale, stay. Exhale, draw those knees up to the top. And one more. Inhale, and exhale to the left. Inhale, stay. Exhale, draw those knees up to the top. And now let's bring one foot to the mat and the other and return it to neutral. So just place those feet and legs hip distance apart and grab your resistance, whatever that may be. Sand weights, little light hand weights, some cans from the pantry, all of that will work. All right, so let's keep those feet apart and parallel, planted to the floor. Our arms are up to the ceiling with soft elbows so that your shoulders are lying flat across the mat. And let's do some arm scissors. Take an inhale to reach those arms in opposite directions. And exhale, pass through the middle. And inhale, and exhale. 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 All right, so our arms are reaching up to the ceiling once again. Now we're going to do what's called protracting and retracting of the scapula. So on the inhale, you're going to protract the scapula, and those fingers are going to reach up to the ceiling, and you're going to feel those shoulders lift off the mat, and then exhale, release it back to neutral. So this is all happening from those shoulder joints. Take an inhale to reach those shoulders up towards the ceiling, and release it, and exhale, and release it. Now let's reverse it. We're going to retract. Inhale, you're going to drop the shoulders into the mat, open the chest, and release, and inhale, and release. And inhale and exhale and release. And let's bring those arms down by your side, just hovering above the mat. So you're going to take an inhale. Oops, I gotta move my blanket. You're going to take an inhale to sweep those arms around and above the head. And exhale back around. So think snow angels, if you will. Inhale and exhale. And when you reach those arms above the head, observe your rib cage. Is your rib cage lifting with the arms? If so, engage those abdominals just a little bit more to keep the rib cage connected. So shoulders and abs are connected to one another. So you'll notice if you feel your back lifting off the mat as you raise your arms up, or you feel the rib cage popping open, then you've lost that ab connection. And inhale, sweep it around like a snow angel, and exhale to bring it back around and bring those arms down by your side and just put the weights down. Grab the side of your legs, nod your chin, and let's roll ourselves up and come onto our hands and knees for our cat stretch. So we're stacking our hips over the knees and the shoulders over the wrists, and the spine is lengthened from the tail to the top of the head. Before we begin, you want to just observe on yourself, am I engaged in my abdominals to support my back? And am I engaged in my shoulder blades to support my wrists? So it's very easy to sink into those wrists and put all the stress here on this joint. If you're supported with your shoulders, it'll take some of that stress off of those joints. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to begin curling through the lower back, the middle, the upper, the neck and the head drop down. Take an inhale at the top, and exhale, lengthen through the lower, the middle, the upper, the neck and the head. And again, breathe in and exhale. Inhale at the top and hold. Exhale and lengthen through the lower, the middle, the upper, the neck and the head. And inhale and exhale. Inhale at the top and stay. Exhale and lengthen through the lower, the middle, the upper, the neck and the head. And one more. Inhale and exhale and curl through the lower back, the middle, the upper, the neck and the head drop down. Inhale at the top and hold. Exhale and lengthen through the lower back, the middle, the upper, the neck and the head. All right, we are going to lower down onto our stomach for our breaststroke preps. So if you use something between your knees, whether it's a pillow or some towels, or if you have a squishy ball that you want to use, all of those are all perfectly fine to create that space. You just want to use something that has some give to it. So even though a yoga block doesn't have much give to it, it would work in this situation, in this case as well. So squeeze your legs together and have your weights within reach. And we're going to start with position number 1. So just put the weights to the side for the moment and plant your arms into a wide goalpost position, wider than the mat, and feel your hips anchoring into the mat all the way down to the toes. You have to engage your abdominals like crazy so that you are supporting that lower back and not compressing or engaging the lower back. We're trying to work through this mid to upper. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Inhale to feel the spine lengthening out, and exhale, extend through that upper back. And inhale, and exhale, lengthen and lower, and return to start. And again, inhale, feel the spine lengthen. Exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale, lengthen and lower, and back to start. And again, inhale, feel the spine stretch out. Exhale, extend. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lengthen and lower, and back to start. For position 2, the arms are coming by your side. So grab your weights, and we're just going to use a little bit of extra resistance tonight for this. And if you have any sort of low back issue, you might opt to just put the weights to the side and do that without the resistance so that you don't risk putting any unnecessary strain on that low back. All right, so our arms are by our side, with or without weights. Take an inhale to feel the spine stretched out, and exhale to extend. Inhale and exhale, lengthen and lower, and return to start. And again, inhale and exhale, extend. Inhale and exhale, lengthen and lower, and back to start. And one more, inhale and exhale and extend. Inhale, stay, and exhale, lengthen and lower, and back to start. For position 3, grab one of your 2 weights and bring it towards your forehead. In a moment, when you come up to that hover, you'll have the weight kind of glued to the forehead, if you will. Especially when you start adding some weight to that upper body, the movement will become even smaller. So that extension will feel more like a hover. So squeeze your legs together, engage your deep abs, anchor that lower body to the mat. And take an inhale and exhale to hover. Inhale and exhale and lower down and back to start. And again, inhale and exhale and hover. Inhale and exhale, lower down and back to start. And one more, inhale and exhale and hover. Inhale, stay, exhale, lower down and back to start, and put your weight to the side, and let's push into a shell stretch by sitting on our heels and scooping our belly and rounding our spines and bringing our arms in front of you, and drop your chin down and just feel the back of your neck lengthen out. All right, we're going to return to our back, and you can put your prop that you use between your knees to the side, and let's grab our hand weights. We're going to go into a shoulder bridge once again, and hold that shoulder bridge and do some arm circles with our weights in hand. And then we're going to do a different take on our ab prep with weights in hand as well. So let's bring our feet hip distance apart and parallel to one another. And if you want, you can bend those elbows and just hold on to those weights as they reach up towards the ceiling. And just find your footing, feel nice and stable, then anchored through the feet, feel that tailbone heavy to the mat, and relax the front of your neck. When I'm practicing my Pilates, I kind of do this quick check of certain things. One being, is my neck and shoulders or in the front of my neck relaxed? Am I in neutral? Am I engaged, or am I aware of engaging with my Pilates breath? So I kind of do a quick little check of run through things before I start moving. And it really does help with the form. Take a deep breath in and breathe out and imprint. And slowly peel the spine off of the mat and come up to the shoulder blades. And when you come up to those shoulder blades, if you could connect the dots between the knees, the hips, and the shoulders, it would be one straight line. And now reach those arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, reach those arms above the head, and exhale, circle those arms around. And inhale above the head, and exhale around. And inhale above the head, and exhale around. And one more this direction, and exhale around. And hold it here. Let's reverse and inhale and circle, and exhale up and down. And inhale and circle, exhale up and down. And circle and exhale up and down. And one more, and circle, exhale up and down, and bring it up to the top and hold. And let's roll all the way back down, one bone at a time, through the upper back, the middle, the lower, and back to neutral. All right, so keep your feet planted just as they are, and you're going to bring your arms above the head. Now, as soon as you bring them, if you're not aware of your abdominal connection, you'll immediately feel your back and the back of your ribs lift off the mat. So imagine you've got your clips on here, and as you reach those arms above the head, your abdominals are challenged with those arms above the head. So we're going back to that snow angel movement with the ab prep. So on the inhale, let's nod the chin, and exhale, circle those arms and bring them by your side as you roll up. Inhale, and exhale, sweep them around as you lower down and bring them back above the head. So doing that snow angel again. And inhale, nod the chin, circle and bring it up. Inhale, and exhale, sweep it around and bring it back above the head. And inhale, nod the chin and circle and bring it back up. And sweep it back around and back above the head. And inhale, nod the chin, and exhale. Inhale and exhale, circle, sweep it back around and back above the head. So now this time, let's hold it. Take an inhale to nod the chin. Exhale, sweep those arms as you bring it down by your side. Now hold the ab prep and inhale, sweep it around. And exhale back. And sweep it around. And exhale back. And sweep it around. And exhale back. And sweep it around. And exhale back and stay. And roll it all the way back down and bring the neck back down to neutral. Let's put our weights to the side. As we prepare for the 100s, if you need neck support in terms of a pillow or a blanket, or if you have a ball or foam roller, anything that's going to get your head up just a little bit so that upper body slightly flexed with a supported neck will all be perfectly fine if you want that. So tonight for the 100s, we're going to change it up a little bit. So we're going to do a lower inhale 2 3 4 5, lift 2 3 4 5. So it's going to look something like this. It's going to be inhale 2 3 4 5 and exhale 2 3 4 5. So lower on the inhale, lift on the exhale. Now, if you need to modify this even further, if that's too aggressive for the low back or for your neck, you can also just keep your feet planted to the floor and do those 100s from right here as well. So this is a nice modification if you need that. All right, so take an inhale, exhale, imprint. So get a nice imprint here. The imprint, as you draw your pelvic bones and rib cage together, you want to keep it connected here. That's going to help support your low back and keep you in your abs. And lift one leg to tabletop and the other to greet it. So feel that imprint right now. In a moment when you start to lower, you only want to lower as far as you can without feeling your low back popping off the mat. If you feel it popping off the mat, you're probably lowering too far. So arms are by your side at hip level. Take an inhale to nod the chin, feel the back of the neck lengthen. Exhale to curl up and over. Reach the legs up to the ceiling, and let's begin. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend your knees. The upper body comes down, and just draw your legs to your chest and rock from side to side and feel the back of your neck lengthen out. Feel the lower back lengthen out. And take some water if you need it at this point as we come up to a seated position. And with that seated position, if you need to grab your stack of pillows to prop yourself up, go ahead and grab it. All right, so we're going to take a series of movement that when we are in person, we often will use a TheraBand, but I realize that not everybody has TheraBands, and I want to make this as accessible as possible to everyone. So we are going to adapt this with some weights instead. So if you're like me and you're using something to sit up on top of, just to give yourself a little lift, a little release from those hips, make sure you've got some space behind you to be able to roll down. So holding our weights in front of us like this is a roll down. And our heels are anchored into the mat. Take an inhale. On the exhale, you're going to start the movement by rolling off the tailbone into C curve, and you're going to hold those weights towards your chest, physically touching your chest here. Take an inhale. Exhale to round it over and lengthen and stack the spine to sit up tall and neutral and release it. And exhale to roll down to C curve. Inhale, stay. Exhale to round it over and lengthen and stack the spine to sit up tall and release. And exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale to round it over and lengthen and stack the spine to sit up tall and release. And exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale to round it over and lengthen and stack the spine to sit up tall and release. And one more. Exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale to round it over and lengthen and stack the spine to sit up tall. Now we're going to add on by doing a bicep curl here. So take an inhale. And exhale, roll off that tailbone to C curve. Now bring your arms, lift those arms up and release it. And exhale, curl and release. 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 5 more. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1. And bring your hands together. Exhale to round it over and lengthen and stack the spine to sit up tall. All right, we are going to add on again. This time we're going to add a rotation. I'm going to sit forward now so that you can see what that rotation looks like a little better. The movement with the spine is all the same. So that isn't changing at all, okay? So let's squeeze our feet and legs together and bring our sand weights in front of us. So take an inhale and exhale, roll off that tailbone to C curve. Now to the right, you're going to rotate and open and close and back to center and left. Exhale, inhale and center and right. And left, exhale, inhale, exhale. And open and close and center. And last one, open and close and center and stay. Exhale to round it over and lengthen and stack the spine and sit up tall. We're going to do that again. This time we'll start to your left. I'm going to go back to a side view so that you've got that perspective as well. Sitting up tall once again. Now this is all about moving through the waist, extending the elbow and bending the elbow. So it's not a push and pull from the shoulder joint. These guys here are nice and stable. So sitting tall once again, take an inhale and exhale, roll off that tailbone. Now rotate to the left and open and close and center and right. And center and left. Exhale, inhale, exhale and right. Exhale, inhale and center and rotate. And last one, open and close and center and stay. Exhale to round it over and lengthen and stack that spine to sit up tall and release it and come on down and relax. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and take that blanket or pad away if you're using one, and we're going to come onto our back for roll up with our weights. So squeeze your legs together. Now, a little tip that you could use, if you have a pillow or you've got a pile of blankets that you're using to wedge between your knees, or even that squishy ball, I'll just demo with a pillow. You can put that between your ankles here and squeeze onto it. This is a nice tool to use to give you some feedback to engage not only your inner thighs, but also to help anchor your feet. So the more you've got that sensation of anchoring your feet to the mat, then the better off you are as far as helping you roll up. So we've got our weights to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the rib cage. Relax the front of your neck. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale to peel off the mat to roll up and to round it over. Inhale, pull those deep abs in, and exhale, roll all the way down and return to start. And again, inhale, nod, and breathe out. And round it over. Inhale and exhale, roll all the way down and back to start. And again, inhale, nod the chin and breathe out and round it over. Inhale, exhale, roll all the way down and back to start, and two more. Inhale, nod the chin and exhale. Inhale and exhale, roll all the way down and back to start. And last one, inhale, nod the chin and exhale. Inhale and exhale all the way back down and back to start. All right, take an inhale to nod your chin and roll yourself up to a seated position. I need to move my mat once again. For some reason, my mat likes to travel as class moves on. It's probably because it's on carpet and not on a floor with some grip. And so if you are using a blanket to sit up on, go ahead and grab that tool. And we're going to sit up nice and tall once again with our legs out wide. So wider than the mat. And even if you're using a pillow or whatever, or a cushion, and you still feel like you're gripping in your hip flexors, you can even bend those knees and do this from here as well, just to take some of that pressure off the hips. You want to be directly on top of your sit bones, so you don't want to be pitching forward. You don't want to be sinking into it. You want to be just right on top of them, and bring your arms out to the side for saw. So rotate to the left, and exhale, nod the chin and roll down. And roll up and back to center. And rotate right and roll down. And roll up and back to center. And rotate and roll down and up and back to center. And rotate and roll down, and up and back to center, and one more each direction. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and last one. And up and back to center, and bring those arms down. All right, push your blanket off to the mat and come to the front part of your mat with weights in hands for rolling like a ball with some weights. So this is really upping the challenge to rolling like a ball. So if you feel like this is just, this is too unstable, put them to the side and just put your hands to the outside of your knees. So that's a good alternative if you need that. So take an inhale, we'll start with the prep and roll off that tailbone and bring one leg up and the other, and just let the weight rest in the palm of each hand with slightly flexed wrists and slightly flexed elbows. On the inhale, you're gonna roll off that tailbone and exhale up. And inhale and exhale up. And inhale and exhale up. Two more. And inhale and exhale up. And one more. Inhale and exhale up, and bring those feet down and relax. So the prep, sometimes the prep is a misnomer because sometimes the prep can be harder than the full exercise, but can provide a little bit more support, especially if you've got any low back or neck or low back or neck issues. So you can stay with that prep or roll off the tailbone once again and bring one foot up and the other. Same, now we would do the same movement rolling like a ball. Inhale and exhale up and hold it. But now you don't have the support of this. So that's our upping of the challenge here. So slightly flex those wrists and elbows. Don't let the knees kick out for momentum. Take an inhale and exhale up. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale, exhale up, inhale, and three more. Inhale, exhale up, and two, and one, and bring those feet down. All right, so before we get started with our deep ab series, not that that wasn't ab work, let's bring the soles of our feet together and gently press with our elbows into the floor with our legs. And I'm going to go back to a side view once again. Instead of rounding our spines, I want you to think with neutral spine, hinge it forward. All right, let's go ahead and come back down onto our back. And as we go into the official abdominal series, if you need to grab your neck support, go ahead and grab it. And then let's also grab our hand weights and come on down. So starting off with our single leg stretch, it's going to be same arm, same leg. So if you were tuned in on Thursday, this is going to look very similar to what we did on Thursday. All right, inhale and exhale, imprint, and lift one leg to tabletop and the other leg to greet it, and bring your hands to the outside of the knees. Take an inhale to nod the chin, exhale up and over, inhale to prepare, and exhale, stretch, return, and stretch, return. Exhale, exhale. For 4 and 3, 2 and 1, and back to the middle, upper body, one foot in the other, and back to neutral. All right, so now we're going to do a double leg stretch. We're going to practice this one with the head down first, then come up to ab prep. So I want to do that just to get some choreography down, and then after double leg stretch, we're going to move on to a new ab series movement that's a little bit more challenging in terms of choreography. So take an inhale, exhale, imprint, and bring one leg up and the other. and bring your hands to the outside of the knees with the weights in hand. Inhale, bend the elbows and stretch out the arms and legs and circle those arms back around and back to tabletop. And bend and stretch and exhale around. And bend and stretch and exhale around. So your challenge is to now go into ab prep, hold that ab prep, and do that same arm and leg movement without losing your ab prep positioning. Inhale to nod the chin, exhale to curl up and over. And inhale, bend and stretch, and exhale around. And inhale, exhale around. Inhale, exhale around. Inhale, exhale around. Inhale, exhale around, and out. And 4 more. Inhale, exhale around, and 3, and 2, and 1, and back around. Upper body, one foot in the other, and back to neutral. Okay, so this next one's called the backstroke, and this is actually a movement on the Pilates reformer, which is that piece of equipment, if you can see behind me, without all my props in the way, is a reformer. And so it feels nothing like a backstroke when you think of the term backstroke, but that's what it's called. All right, so we'll take it slow. Take an inhale and exhale, imprint, and bring one leg to tabletop and the other leg to greet it. And now bring your fingertips to the forehead. So take an inhale to nod the chin and exhale to curl up and over. Inhale to stay. On the exhale, you're going to reach your arms and legs out long. Then you're going to bring the arms and legs up, out, and circle around. Hold it 1, 2, 3, and bring it back in and back to start. So exhale, reach it forward. Bring it up, out, and around. Hold it 1, 2, 3, and back in. And exhale forward. And bring it up, out, and around. Hold it 1, 2, 3, and back in. And 2 more. Exhale forward. Bring it up, out, and around. Hold it 1, 2, 3, and back in. And last one, exhale forward. Bring it up, out, and around. Hold it 1, 2, 3, back in. Upper body, one foot in the other, and back to neutral. Whew, that one's hard to do and talk at the same time. All right, so now we're going to finish off this series with scissor legs. So on Thursday, we did scissor legs with scissor arms, and we're going to do that again. So it'll be same arm, same leg. So when your left leg comes down, it'll be left arm, and right arm, right leg back, and switch. So it's not all the way to the floor with those arms. It's going to be a shorter range of motion, just like your arms and legs, just like your legs are. Take an inhale and exhale, imprint, and lift one leg up and the other, and reach those legs up to the ceiling and bring your arms up as well. Inhale to nod the chin, exhale up and over. Inhale and exhale, switch and switch. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and up to the top. Bend the knees and reach your arms above the head. Reach your legs out long and feel your body just lengthen out from finger to toes, and just hold it here and mindfully breathe. All right, let's stay on our back. If you need to grab water, go ahead and grab some water after that lengthy series. And let's bend our knees and bring our feet and legs hip distance apart and parallel. And grab your weights and put them in hand again, and just bend those elbows. If at this point you're feeling like wrists or shoulders or back are starting to nag a little bit and not in a good way, you don't feel them working in a good way, the first thing to do would be to get rid of the extra resistance, because you always want to work in good form and get that down first before you start adding on extra things like extra resistance. So just keep that in mind as you move through your mat work. So imagine your spine is one solid piece, and you're going to hinge up and hinge down in that bridge. Inhale to stay. Exhale to hinge up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge down. Inhale. Exhale, hinge up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge down. Inhale. Exhale, hinge up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, hinge down. Now, let's continue with that, but if you want to reach your arms up off the elbows off the mat and reach those arms to the ceiling for just a little less support now, go ahead and do that. Inhale, exhale, hinge up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, hinge down. Inhale, exhale, hinge up. Inhale, exhale, hinge down. Inhale, exhale, hinge up. Inhale, exhale, hinge down. So now we're going to revisit those scissor arms. So in a moment, when you hinge up, you'll bring the left leg to tabletop and hold it, and you'll switch those arms down, and then bring them back up to lower the leg down. And then when you lift the right leg up, and what I'm showing you here is actually a modification, which is to stay in neutral on the mat and not come up to the bridge. So your challenge is to keep your hips in the same position and not let the anchor leg hip drop down. So that means deep abs, glutes, hamstrings. All of these guys are working together. Your complete core is firing like crazy to keep you stabilized. Inhale to prepare and exhale to hinge up. We'll start with that left leg. So lift the left leg up and lower down. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and up to the top. Hinge it down, bring your arms down. All right, so grab your tool of choice to stretch hamstrings. Either a fitness circle, a TheraBand, a yoga strap, a belt, a towel, whatever you got laying around, as long as it's long enough to get on that foot and drop those shoulders down, and it's got some resistance to it or not too much give to it, it will work. And bend that knee and stretch it out and put your opposite foot into the pad or into whatever you're using and stretch that leg and drop the shoulders down and breathe mindfully. And go ahead and release it. All right, so tonight we are going to do swimming in segments. So we're going to start with the lower body, just the lower body. Then we will move into just the upper body. And then we'll put the two together. And I like doing this from time to time because it really helps us do swimming with good form. So as we come onto our stomach for just the lower body, you're going to bring your fingertips to the forehead. And you're going to bring your legs out mat distance apart and rotated from the hips. So your hips really open when you do that lateral rotation. Feel your pelvic bones anchoring into the mat. So deep abs and glutes are already engaging. They should already be nice and fired from that last, that shoulder bridge series. And when you lift up your leg, it's lifting the leg in your hip socket. So fire the glutes, hip extensors, lift and lower. It's not at the knee joint. All right, so starting with that right leg, take an inhale to fire those right glutes. And hover, and stay, and down. And left, and hover, and stay, and down. And right, and hover, and stay, and down. And left, and hover, and stay, and down. Now you're going to lift up both legs to a hover above the mat and do that swimming. So I want you to observe on yourself two things. One, your pelvic bones. Are you rocking back and forth from side to side? If so, anchor both in and keep them stabilized. The second thing is, am I tense in my neck? Am I gripping here? If so, let this go. All right, inhale and exhale. Engage your abs and glutes and hover those legs, and let's do those flutters. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And lower those legs down. All right, so now we're going to do just the arms, and you're going to come to a kneeling position. So grab your weights, and if your weights are too much on the shoulder joints, just go without those weights. So I will keep scooting back until you can see my arms. I don't know if you can see how well you can see my arms, but here we are. You are apart, hip distance apart, and in your kneeling position, you are not leaning forward into it. So shoulders, hips, knees are all stacked. Put on your clips here so you're very much so connected in your rib cage. The arms are coming above the head. If you need to bring them slightly in front of you, that's fine. But what you want to do is you want to do arm flutters without twisting. So obliques are working isometrically like crazy to stabilize, so you can do those flutters. So arms above the head, and let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two more, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and bring those arms down. All right, so you're going to take those two elements and put them together. So all of that isometric work you just did with your obliques, that is going to be used on the mat. All that arm and shoulder, all that leg and hip movement working together. So bring the arms above the head, bring your legs out, mat distance apart. Take an inhale to prepare, and exhale to lift up both arms and legs above a hover. And let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And lower down. And let's push into a shell stretch. Sitting on your heels, scooping the belly and rounding the spine. And dropping your chin down. All right, so whatever you were using in the beginning of class between your knees, go ahead and grab it again, whether it was a pillow or a squishy ball, whatever you got, go ahead and grab it. And also, we're going to use our weights again. So this is a little different than when we do the full breaststroke. We're not going to go into this huge extension for extension work. It's just going to be more of a hover above the mat. So, and we're going to do those. So we've been doing a lot of snow angels and a lot of scissor arms tonight. So those snow angels are coming back. So in a moment, you're going to hover above the mat and you're going to sweep out to the side and back above the head. Sweep out to the side and back above the head, while you're at a hover. So this is a lot of sneaky, low, deep abdominal work to help support the lower back. You do not want to feel gripping or strain through here, okay? Hold yourself up with the deep abs and feel yourself engaging the upper back. Inhale to prepare, and exhale to lift and hover above the mat. And inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, and exhale back above the head. And inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. For 4. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1, and come on down, and let's push into a shelf stretch once again. All right, we are going to come on to our back for teaser. So we've been working on teaser and building on this for the last couple classes. So we're going to build on it even more tonight. So if you want your weights, you're welcome to grab them. Your feet and legs are coming together with your inner thighs connected, and those arms are up towards the ceiling with soft elbows. Before we begin, take an inhale. Exhale, relax the rib cage, relax the front of your neck. And now let's inhale to nod the chin, and exhale to peel off the mat just back of your tailbone and reach the arms by the ears, and keep them by the ears as you roll down and back to start, and reset those arms to the ceiling. And inhale, nod the chin, and exhale. Reach the arms by the ears, and keep them by the ears as you roll down. And one more like this. Inhale, nod the chin, and exhale. Reach the arms by the ears, and exhale, roll all the way down and back up to the top. All right, so now we're going to change it up just a little bit. So in a moment, you're going to imprint and come to tabletop position. So take an inhale and breathe out, imprint. And lift one leg to tabletop and the other leg to greet it. And we're going to do the arms a little different. So in a moment, when you roll up, you will sweep the arms around and the legs will lengthen. And as you come up to the top, you'll circle the arms around and come back to tabletop. So a little change up on that teaser exercise. So take an inhale to nod the chin and begin circling the arms, and exhale as you roll up, lengthen the legs and reach the arms above the head and start circling and bend the knees and roll all the way down and back to start. And again, inhale, nod the chin and circle, and exhale up. Reach the arms up and circle and bend the knees and roll all the way down. And last one, inhale, nod the chin and circle those arms, and exhale to roll up. Reach the arms up and circle and bend the knees and roll all the way down, and reach your arms above the head and lengthen out your legs, and just lengthen from fingers to toes once again. All right, arms to the ceiling and roll yourself up. All right, we are going to come to a standing position now for some push-ups. So these push-ups can be done a few different ways. One, they can be done in a traditional way where you're in a plank position and you're doing push-ups. Two, they can be done at your knees. Or three, you can come to a wall and just plant your feet wide and get yourself away from the wall and do your push-ups from here. If you choose option number 3, you want to make sure that your shoulders, your hips, your knees and ankles are all in alignment, and you're kind of at this incline, if you will, so that you feel your abdominals connecting. So option 3 is great for support for wrist, shoulders, back. So all really great options. So I might come out of frame just a little bit, I apologize, but I'm standing at the back end of my mat, and I've got my toes at the edge of my mat. Take an inhale to nod the chin, and exhale to roll all the way down, and bring my fingers to the floor and let the head drop down. And let's walk our hands out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Either stay in your plank or come down to your knees. And let's lower for 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stop, and press it up. And again, and press it up. And again, 2, 3, and press it up. Go ahead and come to a pike position and walk those hands back for 1, 2, 3, 4, and roll yourself up to a standing position. We're going to do this again, except instead of this time the elbows coming at a 45, they're going to come straight back with the emphasis being on your triceps. Inhale to nod the chin and exhale to roll all the way down. And walk those hands out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Either stay in your plank or come to your knees. Elbows straight back for 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stop, and press it up. And again, and press it up. And again, 2, 3, and press it up. And come back to a pike and walk the hands back for 1, 2, 3, 4, and roll yourself up. One more set of push-ups. This time when you come out, create a triangle with your fingers, so we do some pec push-ups. Take an inhale to nod the chin and exhale to roll it all the way down. And walk those hands out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Create a triangle with your fingers or come down to your knees if you wish. And let's lower for 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stop, and press it up. And again, and press it up. And again, 2, 3, and press it up. And go ahead and pike back up, sink the heels down, and walk back for 1, 2, 3, 4, and roll yourself up. Now that we are in a standing position, let's bring our feet out wide and our arms out to the side. And inhale to hinge with a nice lengthened spine, and exhale to round it all the way over, interlock those fingers. Inhale and exhale, stack that spine and reach the arms up to the ceiling and open out and back to neutral. And bring that right arm up and flex it over and reach it up and back down, and the left arm up and flex it over and reach it up and back down. And bring your feet to hip distance apart and shrug the shoulders up and down and settle in the middle and close your eyes. And feel your feet grounded to the floor and the spine lengthened through the tail, through the head. Visualize a wrapped connection around your waist. Your neck and shoulders and jaw are relaxed, and let's breathe into our rib cage in all directions. Take a deep breath in and exhale, let that air out. And breathe in. Take this moment to really mindfully breathe. Connect with your breath. Feel yourself lengthened, grounded and centered. And take a deep breath in and exhale. Thank you so much for coming in this evening. I really appreciate you guys joining in. I will see you 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, and have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you then. Have a good night.